Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and here we have a really awesome lock, and this was lent to me by locksmith supplies manufacturer and distributor Wendt from Germany from their private collection, so thank you so much for that. Now, this is really awesome. It's made by a French company called Bricard, but look at the key. You can see it's almost like, in a way, two keys sandwiched together. In fact, I think that's probably how they manufactured this, looking at the way they've done this. Because there seems to be some kind of little crimp or something there, can you see? And there seems to be definitely a gap between. But what you've got going on here is you've got two rows, well, two different bittings at the top and a sort of corresponding bitting at the bottom. But it isn't mirrored like a car door lock. You'll see that this is not centered, this lock, so it can only be put in this way up, the key. You can't put it in rotating it back round and put it in this way. That's because you are really lifting these wafers up to and if you look here, can you see how they're sliding? This is what makes it quite tricky. You've got to sort of lift the wafers up to their position, but they are free floating. Can you listen to this? Hold on. It feels like something broken in there, but it's not. They're just free sliding wafers, and you've obviously got to lift them to exactly the right position. And if you overset them, then you've got to push them back down and try to get them out. I don't know how many wafers there are in this, but just looking down that keyway, you can see that the answer is lots and lots and lots. So normally I'd make an estimate of around 1, 2, 3, about 10 to 12 wafers. And I'd say that a good guide is about a minute per wafer or just under. So if you can pick one of these in somewhere around 5 to 10 minutes, I think you're doing quite well. Now, that being said, I've heard that you can rake these pretty quickly, and I've seen some videos of people raking these in a few minutes, which is really quite impressive. I've not managed to rake this one, I have to say, but I do have some good luck in picking it. As ever with a loaned lock, I'm reticent to over practice because it's very easy to wear down the metal inside the lock and create marks and all sorts of things you just don't want in a collector's piece like this. So there you go. This is the Bricard Bloctout. I think I'm going to stick it in a vise, get some tension tools and a couple of picks and get going. So I'll see you in a second. So we're in the vise and there's no good angle to pick this lock, truthfully. There's the bitting. So I've got some autofocus on to sort of do my best, and to tension it. Got some little bits of bent wiper blade, and that isn't easy to do either, truthfully, but we're going to try. I use a shorter ended piece and try to put some pretty heavy tension on, but first use the back of a pick and just move all the wafers to the bottom. They should be anyway, through gravity. They're not sprung, but nevertheless we will try. Quite heavy tension. Find any binding wafer and give it a press up. A couple of wafers in the middle. Go along the left hand side now. Click on the first wafers. On the right hand side, they'll click there. The wafers go back quite deep in this lock, so you've got to be aware of that too. going through. I can just go along and start to push the wafers back down, which sounds counterintuitive, but you can overset these a little bit. So anything that's easy to sort of push down, do it and come back to it. Okay, back to the other side. Using this monkey paw because it's got a nice little notch in, it can really help you just get onto these little wafers. Swap tension for 2 secs. Just going along, and again, anything that feels like it might be set too high, just go in and reset. I'm going to do the same on the left hand side now. Not too bad. Can't feel anything at the back. Okay, back to the right hand side again at the bottom. Good. Alright, back with the bottom of the keyway tension, if there is such a direction in this lock. Oh, now we might not have actually lost anything there. These wafers do tend to stay up once they're picked. There we go. Okay. Same with the bottom left again. And then dry top left. Swap picks for a minute. Sorry if not talking a lot. A lot of this is genuinely about sort of feel inside these locks. Okay, good. Right. No, I didn't lose my tension on that. Still going along both sides. There's a back to the monkey paw. again, just going on the bottom side of the wafers, you can, now that's interesting, where I felt the core move again considerably there. I don't think we've gotten open yet, but there was a sort of a relatively big-ish core movement, which we need to take advantage of. See what else we've got going on there. Sort of all the way to the back. See if there's anything happening right at the back of the lock. And back to the other side. Just goes to the bottom of the lock again. I might be binding the core up at this moment, so I'm just going to change over and just try tensioning from the top for 2 seconds. Oh, got it. And we got a pick. Phew, let me just make sure that's there. Got better lighting there. There we go. Take it out. The vise. Here we go. Surprisingly tricky lock to pick, this one. That was, yeah, still under 10 minutes, but not pretty. I've heard you can rake these pretty fast. I've not managed to rake this one very fast at all, so I prefer to do the wafer picking, but there you go. Fun lock though, isn't it? Really great lock. Those floating wafers with no springs, they're a bit of a pain, but yeah, you can get there eventually. Well, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed it. Thank you again to Wendt for lending me this awesome lock. And isn't it, yeah, just awesome. The Bricard Bloctout. Yeah, really awesome. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you've got any comments, again, I'd love to read your comments. I read them all. I reply to as many as I can. If you like this kind of content, I'd love you to consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time.